WEA, in partnership with Leaders of Communities of Color for Educational Excellence, invited groups of students from around the Puget Sound, university and college representatives, and also community leaders to meet around this issue of recruiting and retaining educators of color in Washington State.
This quote is from Malcolm X, and he said, "You can't teach what you don't know, and you can't lead where you won't go."
I think our ultimate goal is to have our students of color feel like they belong, that they see a reflection of themselves among the staff, in the curriculum, so that they have a better opportunity to succeed. We are in the bottom quartile in the United States when you look at the comparison between students of color and educators of color. So we definitely need to increase dramatically in order to even get to the middle. We believe that culturally, if they see a reflection of themselves, there may be a better starting point for a relationship with the teacher. One thing that WA has asked me to do is to really listen to the communities of color leaders and figure out ways to support common agendas, common issues, and this was a perfect place where we could partner higher education, those that are in the colleges of ed, the deans, the recruiters, K through 12 administration and HR folks who hire, and then communities of color leaders. And the fact that 180 people showed up shows that it's an issue that draws on the heartstrings of multiple groups. We had facilitated discussions around recruiting and retaining teachers of color and why that's important and what strategies we can come up with as a community, as higher ed, and as K through 12. The state population right now, based on the new census, is probably going to be roughly around 30 to 35% people of color in Washington State. Only 8% are teachers of color. It bumps up 1% to 9% when you include the classified members. That is an abysmal number. We utilized our relationships with the communities of color organizations to bring in students of color and to hear from them what their response is to this concern of not having enough teachers of color. We had Dr. Contreras from the University of Washington present some data on the impact of teachers of color on students. And we also had WA membership data and also the OSPI data that revealed that we were in the bottom quartile of the United States when comparing students of color with teachers of color.
Out of my 6 periods that I have during the day, one of them is colored, and it's my Spanish teacher. So for me to be in her class, I feel more comfortable. I think that everyone would feel a little more comfortable if you had someone that's like you, being with you at school, understanding how you feel.
What type of support would you need as a high school student to pave the way to graduate from college and become a teacher?
The number one thing is someone needs support of the career that they want to choose.
We don't need pity for what we've been through in our lives. Everybody has been through horrible things. But what we need are opportunities to get where we want to be. We're willing to work. We have the drive, the hunger to work. We just want the opportunities. We want the help. We want the support.
And the teacher must be able to tell him personally, like, hey, I believe in you. Just get your buns together and, do something. So that's something that needs to happen, and it's not happening a lot. Thanks to my teacher, she told me straight up, like, you need to get your act together and do something with your life, and that's what I'm doing.
And you are changing our lives. Believe me, I've had teachers who have changed my life. And I know other students who will tell you that teachers have changed their lives dramatically.
The overall goal for this meeting was to really establish relationships because we can't do it alone. I think all of us working together on this issue, then bringing in business leaders and corporate leaders with financial backing to say, hey, these are the needs. How are you going to help us in this recruiting and retaining piece?